In this video, we're going to look at the Rubric tool, and we're going to create a rubric right within Classroom. Here's how it's done. I've already started by giving my assignment a name, and I've even added a copy for each student of a Google Doc that they can open and easily type on. Once I've set up my assignment, I'm going to notice that a rubric button is going to light up. When I click it, I have three choices. I'd like to quickly go over these. In this video, we're about to create our own. Reuse rubric means this. Once you create a rubric in this classroom or any classroom where you are a co-teacher, all of those rubrics will appear on a list, and you can choose to reuse those with just the click of a button. So please don't think you're going to have to reinvent the wheel each time. Google does better than that. And the last one, importing from sheets. This is actually importing a rubric that you've already made in a spreadsheet. It's a little bit cumbersome, to be honest, and is pretty advanced. I made another video for that, so you may want to check that out if you want to challenge yourself, and maybe you have some old rubrics laying around in Sheets or in Excel. For now, we're going to go to Create Rubric. Now, here is the platform they give us to create it. And the first thing we need to do is we need to give this section of the rubric a title. So this is Reading Comprehension and Written Expression. Wow, you did that really quickly. I wonder how you did that. Well, I found one online, and I'm simply going to copy and I'm going to paste each one in. Now, of course, this is my 4-point score. Let me change this up. I'm going to make sure that everything I type is correct. I can leave things out that I don't want. Here's my 3-point. If I wanted to just simply type in here, I can type. Nothing is set in stone with this. You can do whatever you want to do to make this yours. When I want to add another level, here's 4 points. Of course, I'm going to do 3. I simply click the plus, and I'm going to give this one 3 points. I'm just going to call it 3 points again, and I'm going to paste that description in. I know by now you're picking up the pattern, and I do want you to know that, yeah, when I first saw this, when they first released it, you could not reuse these easily. And I thought, you know what? I don't know that I want to keep redoing them. But now that they've added in the ability to reuse any post from any classroom that I'm a teacher or a co-teacher in, man, I was all over this tool. So I'm going to stop there and show you that this is my first criterion complete. If I would like to add another, I will click Add a Criterion, and I will fill this in, of course, with now the next one, Knowledge of Language and Conventions. Now, I'm going to show you that within this, it's going to keep a running tally of the number of points that you're able to get, the maximum number. You're also going to see small drop-down menus that are hidden with those 3 dots. I need to delete this or it will not save, because look, it's already telling me you have to fill this out. So I'm going to use that drop-down menu, and notice I can duplicate this. Maybe I just want to tweak up a couple words. I can delete this, which is what I'm about to do, and I can shuffle the order of each one. So never ever be afraid of hitting those menus. They always have good things. This one, it's going to delete the whole thing. That's going to be what you want to do if you don't ever want to see this rubric again for reuse. I'm going to simply save it. And now you're going to see in my assignments, I now have a rubric 1 criterion 4 points file. If I'd like to revisit that to make sure it looks the way I want, I can simply push it open and I can review and close. When I'm ready, I can assign. So let me show you what it looks like from the student point of view. I'm going to show you the exact same assignment now using a demo student account, because this really gets to be very visual now that they've made some updates and changes. So I'm going to get into my classroom as a student, and I'm going to look for that assignment, and always instruct your students to view the assignment. It's the most user-friendly. They can open it here, but ask them to pop it open. And here's the magic. Before they even touch the assignment, they can see your rubric stacked on top of each other. By hitting the down arrow, the student can clearly see everything, every expectation you have to earn the points that you have assigned. Once the student has reviewed this and they believe they've done their best work, they're going to click Turn In. Now remember, their work is here. I'm just showing you an example, but their work is done. They've checked it. They've looked at this rubric and they've said, I know I have 4s, maybe 1 3, but it's the best I can do. They're going to turn it in to the teacher. Let's quickly go back and look at the teacher. Now we have 1 turned in assignment. Yes, it happens that fast. And I'm going to click it and I'm going to open it in the grading console. And something magical happens. That rubric appears over here. Now, of course, I would probably have more than 1 criterion, but for this, I just wanted to show you that you can hit this drop-down menu and you as the teacher can revisit your own expectations and simply click on the one that best matches the student's ability. At the bottom of this, you could clear everything and start again, and even add a private comment as we always can on an assignment. When you're done grading, the grade is auto-calculated from those points that you've assigned to the rubric, and you can simply click Return. Now, let's jump back and see on the student side the magic that has happened. So now here's my student account. The next morning rolls around and now I see, hey, my teacher graded my assignment. Let me take a look. That rubric will now be lit up with the segment that the student has earned, and they can scroll and go down and revisit everything that has been done in your grade book. Should you want that student, or should the student want to resubmit, they can open their doc, make their changes, and then resubmit it to the teacher. I hope this video has given you a little insight on the power behind creating rubrics in Google Classroom and how visually friendly it is for the students to see what you expect of them and to do their very best work.